He said surround him. He made some of the pop famous words surrounding for surrounding. He talked about closure. He said Crozier, one of Ghana's biggest import, export, whatever it is. He died. Yes. Daddy Lumba, DL. Charles K. Fusu. Yes. So he died. And I feel like instead of we feeling grief, a lot of things have clouded the whole experience. Like there's so much brouhaha, or as somebody said, brouhaha.
Talk less with Terrence.
There's so much clouding the whole event that you might even forget to feel sad. You begin to like chase. So he died. He had one funeral. Now that funeral was by, like, instead of focusing on the legend, characters like Ebushia Penny, Tupac King, we now had Team Legal Wives, we had Team Side Chicks. Like, it's like everything just descended into a circus, like chaos. Okay, so what am I talking about today? While I was away, I missed something I wanted to talk about. Like the whole time I was away, I was thinking, wow, this is a topic I'm interested in. So if you know a quick background, there are two people. I think he has two wives, or it's alleged he has two wives. Some people too are saying one is not his wife. I'm not getting into that. So there's Team Leader Wives, that's Akosia Sewa, and then there's Team Side Chicks, that's Prislo Furi. So they are all saying they are married to the man. One group with the Busuapini had a funeral. The other group is Team Legal Wives is now about to have his funeral I think in March. Yes, they want to have a funeral for DL. Yes, in their own way. So it's been chaos. It's been court cases and stuff. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about a man named Father, another character who has popped up since the whole DL thinking. So now, when Team Legal Wives were announcing things said against them, showing proof that his wife had been coming around, taking care of him and all that, they held a press conference where there was Papa She, there was a man came Father, the man central to our video today, and then there was another lady. So they were having a press conference. And I don't know where they brought Father from, but let me not talk plenty. Let's go and in the press conference, he was reading what they had written. Let's go and watch it. We'll be back.
The circumstances surrounding Daddy Lumba's death are sloughed in action that prevented accountability and closure for his legal family. The body was allegedly moved from the home without police notification. The family was denied access to the body, and their request for an autopsy was blocked for nearly 5 months. While these actions may involve other actors, they created an environment where President Foley was positioned as the sole gatekeeper to the disease, intensifying the grief and powerlessness of his lawful wife and children. For clarity of doubt, in 2011, Mrs. Akosia Sewa Fosu and children came to Ghana for a summer holiday. We asked, where was Priscilla? Where was she? Subsequently, she was also in Ghana 2012. Where was Priscilla again? You see, while creating lies, the trials of proof is evidence, and we have this proof, such as her visa time stamped to Ghana and communication with her husband. It is important for the public to understand and debunk false claims that President Foley nursed him in sickness for over 10 years, as she claims, citing he was bed-bound and immobile for that lengthy period. However, it is interesting that before his surgery for his spine in 2013, Daddy Lumba was already involved with Priscilla, because her first child with him was born in December 2011. During this so-called prolonged period of immobility, she bore 6 kids with the man.
Hey, no, like, what was that about? Like, what was the man trying to say? So before we get into it, correction. It's team legal wives and husbands. Yes, team legal wives. I don't know what that means. Maybe we should actually have team faithful wives and husbands. Yeah, that will serve more purpose. So team legal wives and husbands led by Madam Akosia Sewa, Papa She, they came and they made father come and read that thing he read. Like, I was trying to make sense of it. Like, I had to write it down. Like, so now some of the things he said, for those who did I'm going to help you so you can go back and watch if you want to know what he was saying. He said surrounding. He made some of the pop fables were surrounding for surrounding. He talked about closure. He said closure. So it's like they are seeking closure concerning the legend DLs there. And father said closure. So it's closure he's trying to say. He said the family, the Charlie, I want to keep a straight face because I'm working. This is not comedy tag. He said family, which is family. He said, and then when they got to the autopsy, that they didn't do an autopsy or the family requested, he said autopsy. I don't, I don't know. The one that he wasn't supposed, he rather said autopsy. I don't know what an autopsy is, but I'm sure he was trying to say autopsy. Then the other wife or the lady they are alleging that is not his wife is called Priscilla Ofori, and he still said Priscilla Ofoli. Ofoli. Like, do you know how difficult it is to actually say Ofoli instead of Ofori? Okay, let's continue. Now he said the disease instead of the deceased being Charles Kojo Fosu, Daddy Lumba, the disease. Now, before I seek clarity. Well, he did say clarity, so my eye was on before I see clarity. Udi fade chia de ebeba no no. Now he made the okay. You let me finish. So he said subsequently, like for subsequently, like hmm, Charlie. Charlie, Team Legal, like, let's stop all this. Let's try and remember the man for what he has done. Let's sell it. What is this? Like, what is the subsequently? Then he went on. He said he was talking about a passage. He said 2012. Hmm. I had to be professional. I had to be professional. Now he was addressing the public. He said the public. Then he said that the false claims, like this that one day, like I could false claims, like false claims. Why, Father? I think now the Father has released a statement after you. I'll come to that. Let's finish. He said, as she claims, as she claims. Then he also said, period, period, hey, period. So now, besides the words, like he was just pronouncing, I don't know. So like, how was the statement written? Did the person writing write closure, autopsy, primary, public names, or fully? Like, is it that the person who wrote it or who timed it wrote that, or like, or no, he didn't rehearse before he came, or like he's there, like he. What did he tell them? Like, why did they give him the paper? Papa, you must answer. Why did the father get that paper? Why like all the people who could have read that? Why father? Why father? Because you is okay. What's even another thing that wounded me was he made certain statements. You see, I'm trying to break it down so you understand. Like I've told you, claim is claim, public is public, all those things. Now, he made a statement that I do not understand. I've been trying. One of the statements he made, and he said, intensifying the grave and powerlessness. Intensifying the grave and powerlessness. Like, what does that mean? He also said, you see what's creating lies. The tribe of truth is a he said, you see what creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. You see what's creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. Father, like you, what does that mean? Like, I've been trying to understand. A chasing, a cussing, a cussing. You see what's creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. What does that mean? Like, genuinely, what does that mean? Now, after all this, Father came back and said, so there's Captain Smart. He's a journalist, for those of you who don't know. And he had been playing this video. And Father came out and said that the video you just watched is doctored. Which part? Which part of the video is doctored? And I'm even imagining how he said the doctor. Did he say like doctored or like the autopsy? How did he say? Did he say doctor, like doctored? Or how did he put it? He said that the video where we clearly heard him say things like crimes, public, or fully, subsequently, and like all the autopsy, public, like no. I have to. Disease for disease, closure, surrounding. Father wants to tell us that Captain Smart has doctored the footage. This footage was doctored by Captain Smart. How, Father? How? Like, I don't know, yeah, bunny. Like, how can you do this to us and come and throw dust in our eyes? Eh? Please, I beg you. Okay, the funeral date is set. I get it. Madam Akosia Sewa also wants to grieve her husband. I get it. But let's take out the press conference. I'm here. If you want, I can come and read for you. But Father, the Mammon Famin baby. Like Mammon fa Father baby. Yeah. Hey, no, 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 no. I'm ending the video. But you see, I want you to help me. I still don't understand. You see what's creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. Creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. Charlie, what's all this? What's all this? Creating lies. The tribe of truth is evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's your boy Terrence. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And always remember, creating lies, the tribe of truth is evidence.
Charlie, the guy talks too much.